You are a freshly cut watermelon, and today we are continuing our bull market journey, friends. Do you remember what happened at the very, very top last time? This is shout out to my boy Nagabo.
Jackpot, bitch! Jackpot!
That's right, Mr. Jackpot, bitch. That was a time to remember, wasn't it? Hex hitting 50 cents back when it actually used to go up. Tongue-in-cheek, friends, of course. Hopefully it goes up soon because everybody's been waiting 3 years. It's been, can you believe it's been 3 years? That's actually been 3 years. Now, technically 2.5, but it feels like 3 years, right? It's been quite a long time waiting for these things to go. I've seen these in markets, by the way. They say the longer the space, like the higher the pump or whatever it is, whatever that saying goes, basically, the longer the, that's right, I think that the longer the base, the higher the pump into space. That's what it is. It's basically like a long rounded bottom. That's what you actually see on the HEX chart, especially eHEX going on. You can make it more apparent. I'll show it to you right now. This long-winded channel down here, but this is just a imaginary fractal, okay? This is just like, oh, if we repeated the past and we go up to 50 cents, you don't really know what's going on when it comes to these, but all the ratios and everything, not at this point, everybody's pretty much just sick of it. They just want everything to go up in USD value. I've also been seeing a lot of people with their queries and comments going like, how come Bitcoin's 69K and the chain's still freaking dead? But it's not dead, friends. Just, it is what it is. Money moves in these rotations, these hot balls. You don't know, man. It might surprise you. You might find that the adoption comes faster when Coinbase funnels their customers onto the Coinbase chain, because a lot of people from there are just coming in and they're like, go to the most active community. They go, oh, I found this HEX thing here and there. That's what you might find. But right now we're in that waiting phase because crypto, it's 24-hour cycle, right? And it's 8-hour blocks of the day. Normal markets, it's just like 6 hours, pretty much. This is US session. Everything else is basically a scam, right? I traded. The US had to be the graveyard session. That's how you had to make all your money. So when it comes to crypto, you have Asia, 8 hours, and then the 8-hour block for Europe, and the 8-hour block for USA, just all day, and on weekends as well. It's just, man, 3 times 7, it's like 21 sessions a week, like 80 sessions a month. Like your brain's fried by the end of that. But we live it slowly. So that's why when Bitcoin does these higher price pumps, you're waiting to see what happens, but really it takes time for these big allocations to come in. Okay, and I'll show it to you soon. The best example you can actually look at is, for example, Richard Hart, how he's just deploying. It takes him like a few days to deploy, and other big funds it takes like a week or two to deploy after they see these big macro moves. In my post here, I did ask though, when will we get to see this HEX greatness again? Of course, when I say HEX, I'm also speaking about Pulse Chain, pulsex, everything, friends. Remember, there's also leverage on HEX, which is Icosa and Hedron. Everything's liquidity bonded, liquidity linked. Just like how when Bitcoin rises up, altcoins rise up. Well, guess what? We're like the altcoin. Remember, Pulse is the spear and HEX is the spear. When they rise up, hopefully everything else does too. I'm going to quickly show you the prices as well. With pulsex, we're still below day one sack. It's probably going to be break-even soy boys coming around here. Well, it's about a 2x to go, but I mean, it could always flush through, but there's so many things to look at, friends. You spend so much time here. Combined HEX is still way down. I mean, check this out. Look how many things you got to go to. Look at this, 95% down from the top, and then it's like a 20x, right, back up to there. So we have some resistances to blow. We've got to get to this testnet version 3. We've got to get to the fake launch. We've got to get to the pulsex price. HEX movie, HEX Mikey from the movie, and then the HEX and the top. You see these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 key resistances. So I hope, this is what I hope. I hope that this year we see something just like 1, 2, 3 resistances blown. You do some sort of reset, and then we charge up. That's what I hope we do. Remember, a lot of people who are calling for the $2 HEX, I never said I can't hit it. I said, well, look, okay, if you want to show me a $2 HEX, I think it's reasonable. Buy the Bitcoin halvening, or this year, give us 25 cents, right? But kind of talking about this year, it's going to bring me on to the next point. Uncle Bobby has a left translated cycle. Uncle Bobby's now calling for Sommi's dark prophecy scenario, which is we top out this year. It's game over after that. Are we going to do the nuclear sky pump? We'll see. Okay, so these are the things we have to clear. And there's so many things out there, plenty of more opportunities. Oh, this is eHEX, friends. eHEX is climbing into the BankX sell war. And of course, that's why, yes, I know, friends, you don't trade price action. Okay, literally, that's all I was doing. Trading 1 minute price action. The numbers flicking up and down. It's like a computer game. At the bottom of a range, a big sell wall is the most bullish thing you could ever see. Literally the most bullish. It's literally a free clip. Chink. You just take it. Because it's basically the big player saying, look, I don't want to harm the market. I just want to get filled. Let me get done. Let me walk away. Okay. eHEX is starting to climb around. Now, if I was to guess what happens, this relies on pHEX. So as pHEX screams, okay, this is probably like eHEX going up here, then we have some sort of jippy down, then we come back up, and then we can't hit it again, and then up here, maybe pHEX is like 6 cents, and finally this goes up. But what we might find is, once it finally clears, this does a quick 2x bank. By the way, that's how much it is. If you look at it on a regular chart, that's what it is. It just does like this super fast rally up here, because it's basically, it catches up. That's what you might find, just because it's artificial selling down here, because like, you know, this big amount of eHEX has appeared just from BankEx. I want to get rid of the position. So that's what I've drawn here. This is the eHEX pHEX ratio. This V is just, this would just be if pHEX is going up so much, but eHEX has to chew through this wall and people are taking their time. It doesn't have to happen like that. Someone can come in one click and just take it all. They could if they really wanted to. There's still plenty of opportunity out there as well. Like Icosa, friends. Icosa had that big thrust up. And now it's funny. It's actually grinding along this 21 EMA. It's still a huge way, a huge distance away just to get back to its high, 8x from here. By the way, remember Icosa launched in a HEX bear market. So when HEX was 3 cents, Icosa was 8x higher. Can you believe that HEX was 3 cents? What's going to be like when HEX is like 10x higher than that? I mean, this could have like a 100x opportunity if, you know, everything does play out. You never know, man. You never know. That's why these things, you just stay long and you hope your lottery ticket pays off. You can also see from the Hedron chart as well, because Hedron and Icosa are pretty much the same thing, friends. You can look at all the ratios, but look at this, still dead on the floor. Wouldn't it be crazy if this got like a 20x? Now, it's funny, many people say HEX is going to do the 20x, but the millions and millions of dollars needed, I know it's very controversial because people say, no, market cap can be measured. But I'll tell you thousands of times, man, yes, just because you can fake out a temperature thermometer reading doesn't mean we should throw out temperature thermometers. You go, oh, this guy was able to put the thermometer under his armpit instead of like inside his mouth. You know what I mean? He was able to make it look hotter than what the temperature gauge is, the thermometer. So let's just throw them out. No, just because one gauge can be tricked doesn't mean you throw everything out. Just because like, oh, you can roll back the clock of engines when it comes to a car, rolling back the miles and stuff. Oh, let's never use them at all because they can be cheated on. No, it's just like, okay, 99% of the cases they work fine. 1% you just do some extra research just in case there is some forgery going on when it comes to these. But I know why a lot of people focus on that. It's because now that you're in the one coin, you don't want to believe in market cap. You know, they do the same thing in Bitcoin, friends, in Bitcoin land. That's why Max Kaiser always says, well, Bitcoin's theoretical value is $100 trillion. Why say that number so much? Because he knows there's people in there with like 2 grand and they need to believe in their 100x. They need to believe in it. Because like, oh, fiat has no bottom. Fiat has no bottom. That's why Bitcoin's going up infinite. There's no price. Like infinite dollars, infinite. We'll see, right? We'll see. Now, we'll also see about Uncle Bobby talking about my dark prophecy scenario. So Uncle Bobby here, look at he says, local news mentions Bitcoin's 2nd straight day and front page news. Pretty much all my acquaintances reached out all at once this week. Same here, friends. I'm sure all your friends and family saying, oh yeah, what about that Bitcoin? Have you been watching it? I'm like, bro, I've been watching the Bitcoin price literally 19 times a day since the 4th quarter of 2018. Okay, I know. Yes, I've been watching the Bitcoin price, but it's funny. They realize, oh, that thing that you said is a scam. It's 100,000 Aussie dollars now. That's the funny part, friends. I've been saying Bitcoin's going to go to 100K from literally day one. It's just funny. It finally hit there. And everyone's like, oh, that thing that you said would happen happened. What do I do? I don't know, man. I don't know. Buy the top somewhere else. Okay, look, Uncle Bobby continues. Interesting to see that the mania phase has already started. Have to assume the cycle top will come in late 2024. So what's he actually talking about here? Well, you see, Bitcoin halvening, friends, right here. Traditionally, Bitcoin halvening was the pump and dump. And then after that, it attracts a mania phase after that phase, traditionally. But what I've been showing you, one of Sommi's revelations, is in each Bitcoin halvening, okay, look, this is what happens, okay. Altcoin mania came 12 months after the Bitcoin halvening. It started, okay, 12 months in 2012, okay. So in 12 months, bank. Then if you go to the 2016 Bitcoin halvening, it started like 6 months after the Bitcoin halvening. Okay, so here's June 16. Bitcoin breaks the all-time high here. Okay, this is where altcoins started. Okay, so write this down. 12 months, 6 months. Now, watch this next one. The next one is going to be 3 months. Is that what happened? Yes, it is. Why? May was the Bitcoin halving in 2020 after the zombie virus. And then 1, 2, 3, friends, what does this happen? This is literally DeFi season top. Have you noticed something? You're like, wait a minute. You went from 12 months for the altcoin mania and then 6 months for the altcoin mania and then 3 months for the altcoin mania. What's happening? Well, I wonder if our altcoin mania is happening right now. Can you see it bubbling right now? Isn't that crazy, friends? Right now, we might actually have around like 0. So our altcoin mania hopefully happens like in this April, May, June, this period, right? It's crazy. So here's the thing, okay? If this was 2012, altcoin mania comes here. If this was 2016, altcoin mania comes here. If this was 2020, altcoin mania comes here. But look where we are now. Do you see that part? It's going earlier and earlier. All right. So what does that actually mean? It means that markets, friends, markets are doing what they've always done. Markets are a moving target. Okay. They are comprised of people making what they think is the optimal decision to make money and screw everybody else over. But not really screw everybody else over. It's just they make money. Everybody thinks they're the center of the game, but they don't know that they're playing a game. That's why I always tell you this whole thing is a game. It's literally a game. There are players, community members, there's a boss. You understand, there's beginning and end, there's difficulty increases. That's exactly what it is. Also funny, in Bitcoin, they actually have a difficulty increase. It's like, oh, the challenge is getting harder and harder with the boss. It's kind of funny, right? And it's weird. Okay, now, here's the thing. People are learning. They go, wait a minute. In 2012, buying in 12 months after the Bitcoin halving, I got wrecked. So then in 2016, they're like, I'm going to get in a bit early. Let's buy it in 6 months. They got wrecked. And then 3 months, they got wrecked. They bought the top of DeFi season. Now they're buying on the Bitcoin halving. They're going to get wrecked. Okay, but here's the thing. We've been thinking, but how do they get wrecked? Is it going to go down from me? No. It goes up. It's just that they don't get out. They're getting in now because they genuinely believe Bitcoin's next stop is 180K. Ethereum's next stop is 15K. Everything is going wildly up. Many of altcoins are up. That's why they're going to get in. They're getting in with leverage and stuff here and there. Now, hopefully, their saving grace coming later on. But I guess we'll see. So you have to see exactly what's happening. So Uncle Bobby believes, this cycle. That's why have I written non-believer here? Because you are a non-believer. You're buying anything after 6 green monthly candles. And by the way, this is the 7th. You're a believer if you buy Bitcoin after 3 red monthly candles. You understand that? And look at this here. Here you go. 3 red monthly candles. Look, this was 6 red monthly candles in that bear market. What about this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang. 1, 2. See? That's the believers, friends. The believers are buying on the red candles. Believers are not buying all the way up here. Okay, so Uncle Bobby's left translated cycle is, if we stretch this out, okay, no, like stretching, it's a family-friendly show. We have this January 2025. So it's basically like, like that. That's the left translated cycle. However, your friend Sommi says, okay, we don't have to be at that price. You don't know. All right, that's what I'm just concerned about. Okay, yeah, I'll take that with you. Because friends, up here means everything is like really, really, really high. Ethereum is $18,000. All your altcoin, everything's up 10, 20, 30x minimum. That means if you're undervalued now, you're about 100x, etc. What if this scenario happens? You probably think, oh, I know what you're doing right now. I know what your eyes are doing. Your eyes are doing this. Your eyes are going, well, if this has gone up, let's go up here. Okay, but what I tell you, man, humans, worst investors, they always think linear extrapolation, linear. They never think mean revert, ever. They can't think of exponentials and stuff either. Okay, so we always think linear. They go, wait a minute, we just had 6 green monthly candles in a row. Therefore, I'm so confident the next 6 months are going to be 6 green monthly candles in a row too. But look at the last time this happened, man. The last time this happened was literally the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everybody thought, okay, we're going to get another 6. No, we had 2 red, couple of green, and then we bang. You see? How do you know that's not happening right now? That's why I'm just telling you, we can believe in all this, or it's still possible that we do the traditional minus 39% dump. Minus 39% gets us to 41K. That's possible, where we have alt season up here, come back to 39K, and then come back by the end of the year, and here we go. That's still possible. Why isn't that possible at all? Could be right here. Look at this. No one ever thought this thing was coming. So just open your minds up to these possibilities. We don't care about being right. Okay, so here's the thing, friends. Look, new people coming in, God bless your hearts. you've been abused. You're literally like the bruised and battered wife who is too scared to like talk to a male now because you've just been hurt. Or you're like that dog. You know the dog where they like had a really, really rough owner who just abused them, and the dogs don't want to touch humans anymore. They're like, you know what I mean? Well, you put your hand next to them, they bite you at the pound. Well, that's what you are right now. So you got some fleas on you, so you need a shower. So I'm here to cleanse you. You see, why are you bruised and battered? It's because you are watching all these other YouTube influencers with me, and then you're watching them with their necessity to be right. Okay, they care about being right because they're selling you a product. Because they're telling you, hey, come to my mastermind course. I am right about the next thing. Or sign up to my leverage trading exchange because I am right about the next move. Oh, I've got a triangle here. It either goes up or it goes down. You know what I mean? So if it goes up, you do this. If it goes down, you go this. See, I was right. Okay, and they're making money off the commission of you signing up. They're making millions of dollars doing that, friends. You know, there were influencers last cycle. They're literally making 10 million a month. You know, some of the biggest ones. I heard $100 million in 1 month. I heard, but I don't know. The guy's a bit of a liar sometimes. He considers like a Bitcoin to be $1 million. So if he made 100 Bitcoin 1 month, he would tell people, oh, I made $100 million. Because what he's doing is he's going, oh, in 15 years, or he thinks in 5 years. In 5 years, this thing's $1 million. So I've actually made $100 million. That's the type of mentality. But even those numbers, people making $1 to $10 million per month in that peak of the leverage trading. What happened to all the audience? Decimated, like absolutely decimated. You make all the exchanges rich and they get destroyed. But we're on decentralized exchanges now. We don't have to play in that path. So people, you see all these and you come and find someone like me, you're like, oh, you just want to be right, whether it's up or down. No. We don't care about being right. We care about making money. And making money means being prepared. That's what we care about. How are we making money? Okay, in this scenario, we go, okay, well, if you want to poop on the parade, and if you want to do this actual scenario and do this and give us $80,000 in like 1 year from now, we're just going to be ready just in case big euphoria appears there. You know, Jim Cramer, Coinbase app, just be ready. That's what I'm saying. Just be ready, because I'm just saying people thought in 2021 that Bitcoin couldn't be euphoric because it wasn't 100K yet. That's what people thought, and they were wrong. Okay, so that's why I'm saying, well, what if Bitcoin is like $93,000? And people say, well, we're not at 100K yet, so it can't be the end. It can't be the end. We're not at 100K. What if that happens? So you can't go back in time. And don't forget, if that happens, altcoins have screamed up, because it means if Bitcoin's like 70, 80, 90K around that time, instead of buying Bitcoin, everybody's going to be buying the altcoins. They're going to price in the Bitcoin move in altcoins. That's actually the end. How it all happens. So I guess we'll see, friends. I still got a Pikachu hat. You're my friend. Like, subscribe, better button, and I'll catch you soon.